So the sauce is thickened, and I'm just going to add about 2 teaspoons of white sugar. It just cuts the spice of the curry a little bit. And at the same time, I'm going to remove that stalk of lemongrass that we had in here earlier, because this is just in here to add some flavor while we were simmering the sauce, but we're not going to actually cook it with the chicken. So I'm just going to put that off to the side and give the sauce a stir. And it's ready to pour over the chicken that we browned earlier. So I'm just going to take this dish and cover it with foil, and it needs to bake in about a 375-degree oven for about half an hour or so. You can stick a fork into the chicken, and you just want to see if it's tender and kind of falling apart. And about 10 minutes before the chicken's done, I'm going to add some diced red peppers, and today I have some snow peas, but if you don't have either of them, this is good just the way it is, or you can toss in any kind of vegetables that you have. I like to add them last minute because I don't like my vegetables mushy. I want them to have some texture and be crunchy. So we'll let this cook for a while, and then we'll add what I can find in my fridge. So our chicken's been baking for about 30 minutes, and I'm going to just take it out, and I'm going to thicken the sauce a little bit with some flour, and I'm going to add some red peppers that I had in the fridge, and I had some sugar snap peas. If you don't have the peas, no worries. If you don't have the peppers, no worries. It's actually great with just the chicken. So really you can add what you have in your fridge, and if you have extra vegetables, it just only adds to it. So let's see, I can smell the curry. Smells great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this hot liquid from the curry, and I'm going to add it to about a tablespoon of flour. And what I'm doing is I'm just kind of making what they call a slurry. And you do this, I'm adding flour to thicken the sauce, but you make the slurry because when you add flour to a hot liquid like this, it'll clump. So that's how you make a clump-free gravy. Oftentimes, sometimes you'll get gravy and it'll have little clumps of flour in it. It's because probably someone just tossed some flour into the hot liquid. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly kind of whisk in this slurry back into this red curry mixture. And when I put it back into the oven, the flour and the starch in the flour will thicken the sauce. And the sauce you still want to be a little bit runny because the curry is really great served on top of rice. And you pour the sauce all over the rice and you let the rice absorb it. So it'll just thicken slightly now. And I'm going to toss in my cubed peppers, just roughly chopped, and my snow peas that have been just halved. Mix these all together, and I'm just going to put it back in the oven, uncovered for 5 to 10 minutes till the peppers and the peas are slightly cooked, but not mushy. Because there's nothing worse than mushy vegetables. So that looks great, and we're just going to pop it back in the oven. So it's been about 10 minutes or so since I added the peppers and the green peas to the red curry chicken. And I think it's gonna be done. So I'm gonna take it out of the oven here. And the key here is not to overcook it, because you don't want your vegetables to be mushy. You want to have them a little bit of crunch to give it a little bit of a different texture when you're eating it. And so we'll give it a little stir. The sauce is thickened a bit. The chicken is falling apart. It smells amazing. So basically, to finish this recipe, I'm just going to put a little fresh squeeze of lime on it. And I'm quickly going to chop some basil and some cilantro. And if you can find Thai basil, that's wonderful. You can use Thai basil. But if you're in a pinch and you're just at your regular supermarket, regular basil is great as well. And I love basil, so I like to add a good 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup chopped. But then again, if you don't like basil, just put a little less in. And the key here is to add the basil right when you're done, because if you cook the basil in the sauce, it gets changes color and it gets dark. And so this gives it a really nice color and fresh taste. So we're just going to toss that all in the mixture. I'm also going to take a good bunch of cilantro. And a lot of people don't like cilantro. It kind of is an acquired taste. And I happen to be serving this dish for a friend tonight who doesn't like cilantro, but I love cilantro. So what I'm going to do is, although I have cooked a little bit of cilantro right into the dish, I'm going to just serve this little extra bit of cilantro on the side. And everyone who likes it can just top their own dish with it. And that's pretty much it. We'll just mix the basil in, because I think everyone loves basil. And we'll serve this curry with my Thai rice with coconut and peppers. And it's great and delicious. And that's it. Walk, walk, walk.